I see you. That looks good. That's cool.
Plus 10 horsepower done.
Hey guys, Evan here from YoshiMods. We don't necessarily have a really cool intro video to show y'all because, I don't know, we were too excited about this install that we totally skipped over the intro and wanted to go straight for the LED installation underneath of the car. And we're going to show you how to do it.
We have these wonderful switches here, and they're pretty big. And then over here, we have this control panel with little itty bitty switches. The problem, the switches don't fit. So we're gonna go ahead and try to mod my switch panel so they'll accept the bigger switches.
We're not gonna try. We're gonna succeed.
I'm gonna cut the little squares in the corners so this switch can fit in here and have it not fall out when I try to push it. I don't even know where it went. I really hope this will fit. Alright, so I have a switch right here, and I'm gonna stuff it in there. Pretty good. Ooh. That's one. I may have to stuff these in here. It's not a perfect fit, but woo! Oh, I'm so sorry, camera. So we just removed our stereo that kind of face planted, and from our last modification we have all these wire. We had wire caps that held all these things together, and actually what we're gonna do right now is remove the negative side of our battery cable and start removing the LEDs from the stereo lighting thing.
I'm surprised we actually have the guts to go in there and do this.
Why? Because it's a lot?
Because it's confusing.
It is confusing. But I started this monster. Bless you. Our wheel well lighting is just kind of hanging about. I'm gonna go ahead and use some speaker wire to route all the way across the dash to reach one of these switches. Ta-da! Ta-da! After rewiring this whole thing, we have a wire going all the way over there, LEDs, and positive and negative over here for our switch. Bam! We have this diagram to go ahead and show us how to wire our switch. So we're gonna follow this diagram, wire everything up, cross your fingers, and hope everything turns out for the best. We connected the wires to the stereo all the way to the wires to the switch. When we start up a car, go to ACC, the radio turns on, and this little light turns on. However, there's no lights. You flick the switch, now we have lights. Glorious LEDs. Did I do that?
Yeah, you showed it.
We have 4 LED strips, a soldering iron, moist towelette, paper, crimping tool, wire, marker, and solder. We need to solder wires onto those copper heads right there. And so the first thing we're going to do is take and start cutting away at the rubber. Now we're going to go ahead and take our soldering iron and melt the film over our contacts. Then we take the solder and put it onto the connection points. We'll cut ourselves a strip of wire, and with my Sharpie, mark which side is positive and which is negative. I'll just draw on the negative. To which we now put our wire leads right into our LED wire. Now that your wire's made connection, test it out. That is, unless the other side of your wire isn't already set up. Electrical take up the connections, and you're done. When I walk outside upon my beautiful neighborhood, nothing exactly. Whoop, there's stuff. Nuts. Roof racks. What? Oh, well, that's besides the point. The point is, this is weekend number 2, and if you look at my wheel wells, there's no LEDs, none to be found on any of them. Hello, Mazda. No LEDs anywhere. Oh, look, we got spider webs. Look, that's all the stuff in my trunk. Alright, since I've never installed LEDs outside of the car before, very much like we installed the wire for our subwoofer through a grommet that leads to the other side. Over here, I decided, well, there's got to be one for the trunk. So I open up my magnificent trunk. Wham! Oh, there's nothing in there. That's so scary. And I discovered 2 grommets. Oh, this is so dirty. There's a grommet over here, and all the way in the back over here, another grommet. Underneath the car. Oh my goodness. And bam, right behind the bumper is grommet number 1. And what's this? Grommet number 2. Well, I'm probably gonna remove this grommet right here. Look, it just wants to come out. And we'll see what we'll do. How ridiculous would it look if my car had roof racks. I'm about to install all this wire from this left switch all the way down throughout here, all the way into the trunk. That's where we'll have headquarters. So, your first step is to remove your paneling. It just kind of snaps up. You just gotta reach up and grab it. Don't be afraid of the pop. Our lovely wire starts all the way here in the trunk, right by our hole. Goes down between the seats. Come over here, all tucked in. This will all be covered under there. All along this other panel access thingamajigger, all the way up here. No cutting involved, because that's the rest of our wire. Alright, we have 2 switches. So now, it comes testing time. Put the key in the ignition. Turn once. Now, this one should turn on the LEDs in the car. Which in fact it does. If I should be able to turn off the switch, my LEDs come off. That's awesome. Now, here's the setup. I just have a temporary LED, hanging here. And, not on, but here's our wire from the trunk earlier. So, what I'm gonna do, we'll go over to the door, switch it on, walk back here. Lights! Oh, those are so awesome. Those are so awesome. Every single one of them. Now we can say good riddance to everything inside this panel. This panel in here is a mess. It is an absolute wreck. I'm glad I will never have to see anything behind that panel again. Hello, Mr. Panel. Put in the door. Thingy. Snap it shut. Oh, and by the way, I got a new sticker on my car. Have a shark for the high school I go to, Nature Coast. Awesome. And Calcutta. Don't tell me that's not sexy. Clef. It's 12:16 in the PM. We look out, and there's no Jordan to be spotted anywhere at all. We have a YoshiMod, and he ain't here. Just kind of, you know, sitting around waiting for Jordan, but Jordan won't ever show up. Step inside, keys in the ignition. Awesome. Seatbelt. Windows down. It's terribly hot. And let's get out of here. Bump, bump. Look who decided to show up.
Yeah.
It's about time.
I know.
You know how late you are?
Half
an hour.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
It's 12:30.
Oh, I'm so
You said you come at 12.
No, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, everybody.
Do you know how long I waited for you? I need a girlfriend. But I still waited for you, and you didn't come. And I filmed a whole bunch of videos waiting for you. There's like 5 minutes worth of video in here from today waiting for you. How do you feel about that?
Hungry.
Wire. A second end of wire. Stick wire. And trunk. Insert wire through hole. Reach on other end. Pull. But not too far or you lose wire. That's how you do it.
So Devin's become angry at me because after he gets mad about something, I keep saying, don't get mad, get glad.
I think my camera's messed up. There we go. We have our wires. This is a temporary setup until we can get everything soldered and shrink wrapped. But all the wires are in, 12 volt, goes to these two wires which are all tied up, which goes to the outside of the car. That's awesome. I had to ground it. It was awesome. It sealed my trunk. And it ain't here anymore. Oh, there it is!
Oh my god, it was right there too.
And then I go under here, push it.
It's Pages, not scroller.
It's really?
Yeah, it's Pages.
Really?
Pages, yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Really? Yeah! Okay, so we have streamers coming from the back of the Mazda. I'm getting married. Make sure you have cable ties. Cable ties are amazing. We have both sides wired up. We have a wire sticking out here, and we have another extra random wire sticking out of the car. Ready for the LEDs on the roof. Isn't that right, Jordan?
What?
And just kind of wipe all along here to get some of this Florida sand off. I'm gonna go ahead and go about an inch away. Start peeling back at the stuff and start applying the LEDs. We kind of have it wired in, you know, pretend. Right now that our wires are all kind of hooked up for the time being, we go ahead and test out our lights. Jordan, switch please. Ah, that's awesome. Our original wire over there now extends all the way under here. Some bunches of ties, and there's a thing in the front for one of our LEDs. Alright folks, we have lights in the front. We have lights on both sides. Wires that still need to be fixed. Nothing in the back. Alright, first of all, because I'm out of wire, I'm just gonna splice into this cable right here. with this little amount of wire I have left.
Does it annoy you when I say, don't get mad, get glad?
LEDs installed in the back, LEDs installed along the whole side, LEDs installed in the front, LEDs installed on the other side. I think it's time to test it out. Keys in the ignition. Turn on these LEDs. We got the green going, alright, and then we turn this one on. And then let's admire the work. Oh, it kind of looks purplish. Right, just... That's awesome.